Is past performance indicative of future results? Or to be more specific, will 2020 be just like 2017? Hello and welcome to today's Daily Blitz. In 2016, I was working as a flying trapeze artist in Thailand, so I don't really remember what happened. But Boaz, you're telling me that this year has been remarkably similar to that year.
Now, I was not practicing the trapeze at all, and I was not actually here at Southbank at the time, but I can tell you I'm getting a very intense sensation of déjà vu, really, from what happened in 2016, what's happened this year. Now, as I'm sure you all remember, in 2016, politics took quite a noticeable nudge in a certain direction, and it seemed like there was a broader societal shift going on. But in terms of financial markets, which is the more important thing here, it feels very, very similar. So in 2016, if you recall, and if you were observing financial media at the time, there was a lot of fears that Deutsche Bank was going to collapse. There was an awful lot of fears on deflation occurring. And a lot of this was occurring because of a massive fall in bond yields in general. You can see them on the screen. If you can see in 2016 and 2019, the US 10-year government bond, which is sort of a proxy for everywhere else really, was hit really record lows at the time, and everybody was thinking that there is no way on earth that the yields could reach this low, and there's no way on earth they're going to get any lower, and yet they kept on going. And you kept on seeing things like high yield bonds, for example, also reaching record low yields. And similarly, just as that happened in 2016, it's happening again this year. At the same time, you saw gold get a big spike in 2016, as you have this year. And also Bitcoin, the sort of dark horse of 2016, did really well. Though people kind of forget that. They always think of what happened the year after.
So that's 2016 compared to 2019. Does it suggest that 2020 will be just like 2017?
That's quite right. So I don't know. This is purely my speculation. But as I'm feeling, it's so much déjà vu for 2016, I'm playing with the idea that maybe next year is really going to be just like 2017. So if you take a look at this chart here, this is the MSCI World Index. So it's the global stock market. If you take a look at what happened in 2017 after all the strangeness in 2016, it just went up like somebody had drawn that with a set square. I mean, if you look for the years before and after it, you will not see a more straight line, and it's very rare to find anything like that in a stock chart generally, let alone a chart of all of the stocks in the world. So an incredibly bullish environment for the stock market. And as a result, as you can see on this chart, this is when Bitcoin went absolutely parabolic, went absolutely through the roof, beyond all expectations. And as a result, a lot of people got very wealthy in the time, and it then crashed the year after. But just in terms of 2017, incredibly bullish time. A year after an incredibly bearish time when people were thinking deflation's going to be here, Deutsche Bank's going to collapse, etc. So this year, because of all this deflation fears and other fears of Deutsche Bank collapsing, corporate bonds issuing negative this year, so even lower than 2016, I'm starting to play with the idea that next year may actually surprise us all, and we will see another cathartic, nosebleed level rally.
So there you have it, folks. Déjà vu set to continue. Thanks for watching today's Daily Blitz, and don't forget to tune in tomorrow.